I get choked up on this. I have in a week. Our prayers have been answered after decades of trying. My wife and I are expecting our first child. Thank you. To move out of the house. This was cute. My 3-year-old granddaughter FaceTimed me the other day. She was so excited. She was like, Papa, I made it through the night without wetting the bed. And I was thinking, wow, what a coincidence. My 6-year-old grandson was visiting, and he just started school again. And I said, what are you learning? And he said, we're learning about Abraham Lincoln. And I said, oh, I love Lincoln. And he said, oh, did you go to school with him, Papa? And my wife was in the room and said, yes, but Papa was a year older than him. Actually, I don't drink. I don't care if you drink. It's good for you. But I developed an aversion to alcohol at a very young age. I spent 8 or 9 months just totally consumed in vodka. And then thank God my mother gave birth to me. You know when you have a supportive, loving sibling? Yeah, me neither. I have an older sister. She doesn't have kids. She actually couldn't have kids. She has an affliction that prevents her from having intercourse. The medical term for it is she's a bitch. Just a mean, nasty bully. People go, well, she can't be that bad. I go, in high school, she was voted most likely to have a house fall on her. Her favorite role model growing up was Cruella de Vil. I had a little stuffed Dalmatian doll. I loved it. I took it everywhere I went. And my sister took a pair of scissors, cut them up, and used them for fur coats for her Barbie doll. Yeah, this is what I had to put up with. Never did anything nice, anything good. And then senior prom, I was getting ready to go out, and she goes, I'm going to make this a night you'll never forget. And she tossed me the keys to her cherry red Mustang convertible. I was like, wow. So I got in the car, I drove off, and I got 5 blocks, and she called the police and reported it stolen. Bad news is, I pooped in my pants. The good news is, she could never get rid of that smell. We recently put her in hospice. There's nothing wrong with her, but we're hopeful. So we have some senior folks, we have some middle age, we have younger people. You younger people, you ever notice when you talk to people my age, we seem confused? It's because you've changed the meaning of words we've used our whole life, right? To me, a hacker, that's somebody with bronchitis. If something goes viral, you need to see a doctor. And friends with benefits, it's a friend with Social Security and Medicare. And in my day, blowing a tranny meant you had big car problems. My body is rebelling. I got aches and pains and stiffness. I'm stiffer than a penis on prom night. And now I have a pacemaker, so when I fly, I can't go through the x-ray screening machines. I have to get patted down by TSA. And by patted down, I mean groped. This last trip, this guy violated me. I got in his face and I said, dude, can you show my wife how you do that? And you can remove your hand now. My wife, who I lovingly refer to as my little dream killer, wanted me to see a therapist. She goes, you're always acting angry. I said, who's acting? So I'm seeing a therapist. She's like really frustrated with me. We were halfway through a session and she's like, oh my God, this isn't working. Let's try something different. Let's play a fantasy game. If you could do it over, would you marry your wife again? I said, no. She said, what if that meant you wouldn't have the same kids you have today? And I was like, no. This game just keeps getting better and better.